How is everybody doing tonight? How is everybody on this fine Saturday night? Saturday night! How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? We are playing Bohemian Killing. Hey, how you doing? Rank! How you doing, Quick? How you doing? 4 hours till the next rank. Nice, Quick. You're getting there. You're getting there, buddy. You are getting there. You are getting there. So we are playing a game called Bohemian Killing. I'm just gonna see, is there... Should have set this up before, but I'm just thinking of it now. There's no English subtitles. There's what we're trying to do. There we go. Getting there, getting there. So, I started a test game just to make sure. I only played for like 2 minutes. So we're going to do a fresh game, which will overwrite. Perfect. This game adapts to the choices you make. Each lie can change the verdict, for better or worse. Paris, 1894. Remember, but during your testimony, you are not creating history. You are lying about what has already happened. In Bohemian Killing, there are hundreds of possibilities. You can frame other people, lie, manipulate evidence and witnesses, plead guilty, or even act insane. Interesting. Interesting. That must be locked, is it? We can't open it.
She should be here by now.
Who should be here by now? Okay, maybe we should, hold on. Just balance that out a little bit. Let's exonerate ourselves. Exactly. We're trying to get away with murder. T to check the time.
Bien. So let's get started.
That one's locked. What's down here? Oh, that's where we came from. That one's locked. That one's locked, so I guess... Oh. Read a book. The in-game time runs like in real life, and it is important to arrange a reliable testimony. Okay. So what time is it now? It is 11:30? 11:30. He'll be Schofield. Okay, quick. You can skip dialogue by holding E. Fred Ethon. Oh shit, that's a dagger. Is this me? Murderousness. Get up and run, woman. Murdered her. Oh my god. The Moonwalls presents a game by Marcin Mackay. Set in Paris. Interesting opening.
Monsieur Eaton. Monsieur Eaton.
Yes. Indeed. Palais de Justice. That is the prison. basically, or the courthouse. During cutscenes in the courtroom, it will begin an entire scene and begin.
Monsieur Eaton, I'm talking to you.
That's me.
I'm sorry, Monsieur le Président. I was thinking.
Do you understand the indictment?
Sorry, but I have to ask the prosecutor to repeat.
Monsieur Eaton, do you consider it to be a joke? You're charged with a serious crime.
Well, what is my
Please
charge?
stay focused. Please continue. As I said, I accuse Alfred Eaton of murdering Marie Capet on the 17th of October 1894 in Paris.
Okay.
That day, Alfred Eaton was at the theatrical premiere of Prométhée, Vol du Feu, which took place at Opéra Garnier. As it is apparent from the testimony of witnesses, the accused left at about 8:30 p.m.
8:30.
before the end
Remember
of
these
the
details,
banquet.
folks.
At about 9:25 p.m., he rented a room in his name at the Caucasus Hotel, which is adjacent to the building in which he lives.
Okay.
It was in that room that approximately at 11:16 p.m. Marie Capet was murdered.
Ooh.
Next, the accused returned to his house.
Yo, Skilo, how you doing?
At about 10:05 p.m., he entered his apartment in the company of Marie Capet, or let her in. It results from the fingerprint analysis. It did not show the victim's fingerprints on the outer side of the door, only on the inner.
So,
Alfred Eaton, by means of deception or threats, led the victim to his secret workshop, which is located on the first floor of his apartment. The police report did not indicate any signs of struggle or resistance. The accused
I'm doing good, Skilo. How you doing, buddy?
wanted to test on Marie Capet the prototype of a torture machine of his construction, which was in the room along with medical tools
I'm just
and
trying to
manuals of torture.
remember all these details, because I'm going to have to lie about them later, probably.
When Marie Capet realized what the accused intended to do, she grabbed a metal rod lying in the room and hit the accused on the head, which caused a real threat to his life and, according to doctors, may have caused unconsciousness.
Okay.
The fingerprints of Marie Capet's left hand were found on the rod, as well as Alfred Eaton's traces of blood. Traces of blood were also found on the floor of that room. At the time
How you doing,
of his
Cheese?
arrest, the accused had an extensive wound on his head, as confirmed by medical examination. Seizing the opportunity, Marie Capet fled from the apartment.
Trying to remember all these
Stressed
details.
and in a hurry. This was confirmed by her numerous fingerprints secured on the inside of the door of the apartment of the accused.
Inside, okay.
Then, Marie Capet ran into a nearby hotel, the Caucasus. It was the same hotel in which the accused rented a room.
Why would I rent a room next to where I
As it
live?
appears from the testimony of the clerk, Marie Capet was extremely stressed, repeating the word doctor and police. Probably she wanted to call for help. When the clerk went to get some water to calm Marie Capet, she disappeared. The next day, on the 18th of October, about 8:32 a.m., a maid found her body in a room rented by Alfred Eaton. It was covered with numerous fingerprints of the victim and of the accused, and had traces of the victim's blood. The immediate cause of death was a severe blow to the abdomen in the liver area, with a blade of about 14 centimeters length.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt.
The murder weapon, constructed by the accused, was secured in his apartment. Marie Capet's unwashed blood stains
narrator
were
did it.
still present on it,
I did it,
as well as
Cheese.
the fingerprints of the accused.
The opening
The
game,
accused is
opening
also
moments of the
charged
game.
by the testimony of one of the neighbors who passed the accused at the front door of the building in which they both lived at about 11:30 p.m.
11:30.
The witness testified that the clothing of the accused was stained with blood.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the said clothes were not found. At the time of committing
No, it's
the
the
alleged
narrator right
crime,
now
the
is
accused was
that's the
sane,
prosecutor speaking. He's
which means
telling
he
the
acted
charges.
consciously. For committed crimes, the accused shall be liable
I'm
to
in here.
life imprisonment
I'm in the.
or the death penalty.
Has the accused finally understood the indictment?
Oui, Monsieur le Président.
Does the accused plead guilty to the charges
Fuck
against him?
no.
Non, Monsieur le Président.
Does the accused want to provide explanations?
Oui, Monsieur le Président.
Monsieur le Président, could I ask you for some conversation time with my client?
That's my attorney.
I just wish it would not take too much time. We've already wasted too much of it.
Monsieur Eaton, please note that you can look through evidence at any moment. It is available by pressing tab. I will
Okay.
show the defense evidence to the court at the time of your uncovering during the testimony. It might surprise the prosecutor. If necessary,
No, I'm the
you will
murderer.
follow the stream of
Jeez.
events, according to the prosecution, by pressing the Q key.
Q and
Will you need
tab.
my help during testimony? I will give you my advice and remind you of important facts and events.
Q. Tab. Do we want our attorney to help us during testimony? Probably.
We are ready, Monsieur le Président.
The prosecutor's the guy across the room there.
Monsieur Eaton,
This is my defense
what
lawyer.
were you doing on October 17th, 1894, from 8 to 12 p.m.?
8 to 12.
There was a theatrical premiere of Prométhée that day, which was sponsored by Le Feu, in which I am the lead designer. Starting at 7 p.m., I was at the premiere at the Opéra Garnier. Around 8:30 p.m., after the play, I found that I did not want to attend the dull banquet, and instead I preferred to work. I said goodbye to Hugo Argent, president of Le Feu, and I drove home. I got there at about 9 p.m.
9 p.m. Okay. So basically, we committed this murder and now we're on trial. And depending on what our answers are, we may or may not be found guilty. So that's the whole premise of this. That's the whole premise.
For a moment, I admired the charming streets of Montmartre.
Montmartre, I've been here. That's the Church of Montmartre. There's like a big hill down here. Yeah, right there. Oh, I've been here. What is the law jibber jabber? You know you did it, and so does the prosecutor, who also did it.
I decided to go for an evening walk.
I'm going for an evening walk. So I guess...
I opened the gate.
No. We didn't go in the hotel yet. I want to look around.
For a moment, I admired the charms of Montmartre.
Because you are one and the same.
I do not recall that part.
Oh, I guess I can't go that way. Okay.
I do not recall that part.
Égalité! That means equality. French. Nailed it. Can I go down here? I really want to go
For a
down here.
moment,
No,
I do
it won't
not
let me.
recall that part.
I've actually been here in real life. I remember running up this hill when I was in high school. Menu of the day.
I entered the Café de Paris cafeteria. I wanted
What
to
the
drink some
hell?
good wine and eat a piece of cheese. A group of Parisian rabble tried to throw me out, screaming that there was no room for gypsy thieves. They
Ouch.
beat me and threw me into the street. I was all covered in blood.
Did you
Ouch.
report this fact to police officers?
Non, Monsieur le Président. I decided that it was not worth losing my time.
And why is that?
A second of my work is more
Save
important
the
than
cheese
the
from-
lifetime of each and every one of those plebeians. Besides, if I had reported it, I would have done them a favor.
What do you mean, Monsieur?
In jail, they would have had better living conditions than those holes that they call houses.
Okay.
I understand. Please return to your testimony.
So I can't go in there. Apparently we're pretty bloody by the looks of things.
For a moment, I admired the charms of Montmartre.
So
I do not recall that part.
So I think we must have to go down here.
I opened the door and walked into the Caucasus Hotel.
That's the blood I can say was due to that, because I was blood stained, right? So that actually helps me going in there and getting beat up. Helps my testimony, right? It gives me an alibi of why I was bloody.
I opened the inner door.
Spicery.
I looked through an advertisement of a company offering blimp tours over Paris.
Murder weapon. What's up, Doc? Let's go to a hole of my house.
Next, I threw a few francs to the fountain in the hotel. Apparently, the clerk noticed my state, but the rules of savoir-vivre did not let him make any commentary. I
Okay.
wanted to rent a room in a hotel, but the clerk said that a room had already been rented in my name. He said it's on the top floor and gave me a spare key.
Why was there
I
a
must
room rented
add
in my name?
that the conversation with this man was not held at about 9:25 p.m., as according to his testimony, but at a different time.
Monsieur Eaton, do you claim that you did not rent that room?
Oui, Monsieur
Wish for your
President.
innocence.
But I knew it could not be a coincidence. The name Ethan is not that common.
So you tried to learn more from the clerk?
Yes, however, he hid behind his professional secrecy. I knew he wouldn't tell me a thing.
I do not understand one more thing. You live next to the hotel. So why did you want to rent a room there?
Oh, jeez.
Sometimes I meet up with some girls of the Moulin Rouge, and due to my reputation, I prefer not to do it in my apartment.
Moulin Rouge.
Face to face.
Also
no,
seen
Monsieur
that place.
President, never.
I understand. Please continue.
Moulin Rouge means red mill. It's like a strip club, basically.
I opened the elevator grate.
What room were we on?
Then I took the elevator to the second floor.
I hope this was the right one. I wasn't paying attention what floor it was. Huh! Susanna Hostana is also uncommon. That proves nothing.
Then I opened the elevator grate. For a moment, I admired the paintings of Paris.
The paintings of Paris. Elevator. You're making fun of my accent,
Then
jeez.
I opened the door.
This looks familiar.
Later, I entered the room.
Time. What time is it? 9:10. Another grocery store files for bankruptcy.
Then I read cultural announcements.
An important event is approaching. Press Q to get acquainted with it. Okay. The accused rented a room on his name at the Caucasus Hotel, which is adjacent to the building in which he lives. It was in that room that approximately at 11:16 she was murdered. Entered his apartment in the company of... Just trying to think what we should do. Clearly we have to get something in the timeline right. One of the neighbors passed the accused at the front door of the building in which they both lived. It is now time that I skateboard to show that I am lurking, which in reality I'm leaving. Oh no, jeez. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for dropping in. You have a good night. You have a good night. Should show that you did not plan to use the interrogation device on this. Say that you never rented a hotel room would be foolish. It would be best to testify that you rented a room and explain to the court why you did it. Not bad. Clandestine meetings with the girls are a good alibi, but you can also further investigate this alleged renting and try to prove that someone else did it. Maybe the guest book will be helpful. Okay. Oh! Yo, how you doing, Bree? How you doing? How are you doing? Step pad. Skateboard. Later, Cheese. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you, friend. Good to see you. 10 hours. No, we don't want 10 hours.
I drank some decent champagne.
Some decent champagne. I'm awesome, Bree. I'm awesome. Well, apparently that champagne was a little too decent. Oh shit, no, no, I don't want to do that. Fuck, that cleans me off.
I took a bath and washed off the blood.
Crud. That might be bad.
I went out into the corridor.
That might be bad. See if we can find the guest book.
Then I opened the door.
There was no one there. We're trying to get away with murder.
Then I opened the elevator grate. I took the elevator to the ground floor.
To the ground floor. He's speaking in a French accent, and I'm reiterating it in a British accent. Not sure what that's all about.
I opened the elevator grate.
Where is the guest book? That's the guest book, is it?
I wanted to check the guest book, but I couldn't do that with the clerk nearby.
Maybe, is there a phone in here? Yeah.
I looked through the inner window. I opened the inner door. I wanted to
There we
learn
go.
something about that
What's
hotel,
wrong with my British accent?
allegedly rented by me.
Does not stink.
I dialed the front desk and asked a staff member to check something in the backyard. I had a moment to look inside the guest book.
Haha!
Checked the guest book. There was my surname and a signature which I recognized immediately. It was the signature of my father.
His father rented a room in this bloody hotel. How dare he? How dare he indeed?
Monsieur le Président, the evidence mentioned by my client has already been presented by the prosecutor.
Mm-hmm.
But I must add that we commissioned the
Gamble, gamble.
handwriting expert. This is the proof marked with number 1. It states that the signature appearing in the hotel guest book really belongs to Antoine Eaton, father of the accused.
Father
Then
of the
Monsieur
accused.
Antoine Eaton will be re-examined as a witness. The hearing will take place at the next trial. I duly summon the witness. The accused can return to his testimony.
Ho ho. I told you gambling was a bad habit. Fail. I think we're doing good so far, guys. I think we're doing good. Accused enters his apartment in the company of... May testify that you never took the dagger from your secret workshop. I will try to explain to the court that someone had stolen it from you and then planted it against you after murder. You can also testify that you had your dagger with you. The mere fact of having a weapon is not proof enough that you killed somebody, or at least it will not be if we'll be able to rebut other evidence. That's a little risky though, given that I think it was found with her blood on it. And if I'm saying it was in my possession that whole time, those things kind of link together in a bad way for me. Persuading the court you weren't at the crime scene does not make any sense. If you're feeling adventurous, you can try to convince the court that it was someone else who committed the murder. Of course, you may testify that you've met her in the hotel room, but it was not you who murdered her. Please remember that in the case, we will need hard evidence for the guilt of a third party. You may also testify that you killed Marie Capet under influence of drugs, acting on a passion or self-defense. It will certainly be better than to testify that you were murdered in cold blood, so that makes it second degree or manslaughter instead of first degree. If you opt for the drugs, which would be the simplest form of options, please testify that you were under the influence of alcohol in the moment of murder. Acting in passion will require a testimony that you killed Marie Capet immediately after her assassination attempt on you when she hit you with a metal rod, so self-defense. Interesting. Clothing was stained. According to the neighbors, they despised you. You could use this if you'd like, that the neighbor was lying. Or... yeah, I already did that, so... let's continue. Don't think I need anything in there.
Later, I opened the door and walked out into the street.
I walked out into the street. So it is 9:40 right now. Wonder which way.
For a moment, I admired the charms of Montmartre. I do not recall that.
No, must not be that way. Because I'm supposed to live right by here, so I'm just wondering where.
I knocked, but no one answered.
Why would I have knocked? Okay, that was stupid.
I opened the door and entered my building.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere, I think. We found our building. We found our building! Okay.
I noticed that my neighbor still cluttered the hallway with his old bicycle.
What an asshole.
There was
What
a
an
letter
ass.
for me from the Ministère de la Justice.
Minister of Justice. Why did he leave me a letter? In order to arrange a credible line of defense, you'll have to take time lapse into account.
Monsieur le Président, this is the evidence marked with number 2. It clearly shows that my client designed his interrogation machine with only the best intentions. According to his plan, it was supposed to be forwarded to the prosecutor's office and law enforcement agencies to improve the effectiveness of interrogation. The prosecutor's suggestions that my client has supposedly intended to use this device to torture helpless women is hasty and completely untrue.
Okay.
This letter only proves that the accused was looking for application of his torture machine and had not found any support from Ministère de la Justice, so he decided to test it on an innocent woman.
The court supports the view that the mere
It's not good.
offer to the Ministère de la Justice does not constitute sufficient evidence that the allegedly accused acted in good faith when creating such a device. Monsieur Eaton, please go back to your testimony.
Okay. Murder weapon. Okay. The letter. Still locked. Supporting. Identification card. Alfred Ethan. Low class. I'm low class apparently. Great. Marie Capet. Hmm. $23.30. So, okay, 11:30 we have to see this guy by the front of our building, and we have to be bloody. $11:16. Okay, so we have to keep that in mind. 11:30 we have to be back. We have to be back here. Uh, 9:25 is already passed. 10:05. $10:05 is when it said that we let her in here. What time is it now? It is still 9:40.
I opened the inner door.
I'm not sure what floor we live
I
on, but
decided to use the stairs instead of the elevator.
knock. Wait a second.
I knocked at Monsieur Brissot's door, and he called back after some time.
After some
Do you
time.
always visit your neighbors at such odd hours?
Monsieur Brissot is the only neighbor I like. I believe with reciprocity. He goes to sleep late, and sometimes we like to argue about politics and the influence of La Révolution on today's France.
Please, return to your testimony.
So, we visited our friend.
I opened the door to the living room.
Talk to him.
For a good 10 minutes, I talked to Monsieur Brissot. And again, we had an argument about La Révolution.
Hopefully he will
Monsieur
corroborate
Brissot
my story.
felt regret that in modern France, the high birth was no longer relevant. Also, he boasted that he had hired a maid. I do not know where he found the money for her salary and did not see any effects of her work. His apartment was a mess, as usual.
Wasn't that an odd thing for you?
Yes, Monsieur le Président. If someone hires a servant, one can expect order. And in this apartment, there was none.
Did your neighbor say anything else about the maid?
Yes, I was going to say it. It turned out that it was Marie Capet, my old classmate. We grew up in the same city, and I had not known that she had moved to Paris.
So you admit that you knew the victim?
Oui, I knew who she was.
Interesting. I don't know if we should read this or not.
There was a letter tucked into Monsieur Brissot's book. The Lordship Service Association was the sender.
I don't know if we should have taken that. Us stealing from our neighbor doesn't look very good. I feel like that was a bad
Monsieur le
choice.
Président, this is the evidence marked with number 10. It is a letter sent by a fictitious organization to Monsieur Brissot, which, as it was said in the letter, cultivated traditions of the French nobility and was sending Madame Capet as servant for free. The letter was sent several days before the murder. So the question arises, who had really sent Marie Capet to Monsieur Brissot? And what were their intentions?
Thank you for the clarification. The accused may continue to testify.
Interesting. What were her intentions? Any guesses, guys? What was she up to? What was she up to? Was she evil? Was she trying to kill us? It is 9:50.
I opened the door to the living room of Monsieur Brissot.
Is that her?
I was curious to see behind the door, but did not want to offend my host by nosing around. I was curious to see behind the door, but did not want to.
Okay, so she's like right there.
Then I opened the door and left the apartment.
I'm assuming that's her anyways. Maybe it's his wife or something, but there seems to be no indication that he's married.
I decided to use the stairs instead of the elevator.
Yes. Knock on the door.
I opened the door and entered my apartment.
Paris. If you're covered in blood, you can wash it off by taking a bath or changing your clothes. If you're drunk, it will pass spontaneously after a few minutes. Okay.
I watched the frames hanging on the wall. I loved their simplicity. It enhanced
What a
my
fucking
creativity.
huge-ass apartment. I'm supposed to be low class? Like, look at this place.
I opened the inner door.
This place is incredible.
I ate the leftovers from my lunch and drank some wine.
Nom 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 nom. Delicious.
I opened the inner door.
Delicious.
I examined the new sculptures in my apartment. They beautifully fit the decor. I examined the historic tableware. Then I opened the door. I tried to play something on the piano. I must add that I cannot play, and the piano is just for decoration.
Terrible, terrible. I don't want
used
to change
the
my
stairs.
clothes. I want to stay in these shitty clothes. I know that much. Okay, what time is it? It's 9:55. Okay, what? So 10:05. So in 10 minutes is when we have to meet her downstairs. On your invention, make a call. Make a call.
I spent a few minutes talking on the phone.
Who did you call?
It has nothing to do with the case, Monsieur le Président.
Well, please continue.
Well, that was easy. Okay, who's knocking? Is that her?
Then I used the stairs.
Someone's knocking. Is it the big bad wolf?
I heard someone knocking at the door. I opened it, and there she was, Marie Capet. I invited Marie Capet inside. She said she remembered me from school and was curious how things turned out for me.
Good, very good.
She had been recently hired as a maid by my neighbor, Monsieur Brissot. I showed her my apartment, my designs and inventions. She was delighted. So I thought maybe she would be interested in my interrogation machine. I took her to my private workshop.
Creepy. I have an interrogation machine.
I opened the safe to check if my most important invention designs were still there.
Just wondering, what else should we do before we...
I turned down my prototype machine to interrogate prisoners. Then, I felt a blow to my head, and I collapsed on the floor.
Okay. Creepy.
I woke
I
up
think I
some
screwed
time
that up.
later. My head ached, and I was all covered in blood. Marie Capet was nowhere to be found. I turned off my prototype machine to interrogate prisoners.
Okay, let's check our timeline again here. So... when did the guy see me? Okay, I could take... I don't know. Should we take the knife guys, do you think? Or...
My journal, in which I described the construction process of my interrogation machine, was on my desk.
I feel like I should have did that first. Maybe read it to her or something.
Monsieur le Président, this is the evidence marked with number 3. It clearly shows that my client had only his best intentions during the construction of his interrogation device. According to his plan, it would be forwarded to the prosecutor's office and law enforcement agencies in order
Exactly.
to improve the effectiveness of interrogation. My client also wrote that the first test of the machine would be conducted under the supervision of the Ministère de la Justice.
Thank you, Counselor. The accused may return to his testimony.
Okay. I'm just trying to think. Should I wait?
I saw that the safe was open, and Capet had stolen the designs of my most important invention.
Okay, Quick. Thanks for hanging out, buddy.
Why do you
Talk
think
to you later.
Madame Capet did it?
I don't know, Monsieur le Président, but I was going to find out. I picked up the mechanical dagger lying on the desk.
Why do you need a weapon, Monsieur Eaton?
I wear it to ensure my safety.
Do you feel unsafe?
I am a wealthy gypsy. At least 1/3 of the population of this city wants me dead.
Good excuse. Good excuse.
I understand. Please continue.
I saw a spare part of my invention lying on the ground. I saw traces of my blood on it.
Where? Right there? Okay, yeah. Interesting. Do I not have a reflection? I don't. Oh, no reflection. 10 hours? No, I don't think we want to end our testimony there. We don't want to change our clothes because we want to be seen as bloody coming out that door.
I opened the door.
So, when was that? When was that? One of the neighbors passed the accused. Okay, so 11:30. 11:30. Can we kill time until then? Because it is... Oh, let's see. Yeah, it's 10:15. We gotta kill over an hour if we're gonna be seen on the way out. You know what I mean?
I started to work on my new cleaning machine. After 30 minutes, I decided to take a break.
What is this? No. We're gonna read a book.
I read for a while about the history of torture.
Are you interested in this subject?
It is not about hurting someone, but to use pain as one of the methods to convince someone to testify.
So it must
Do you
be
think it
11
is
o'clock.
Acceptable to inflict pain during the interrogation?
In extreme cases, yes, but my device is not inflicting it. And the prosecutor naming my device the torture machine only shows his deep ignorance on that subject.
Order, please. And I admonish the accused to make no offense to any of the participants of this trial. Please,
Okay.
return to your testimony.
So it's 11 o'clock. Is it 11 o'clock? Yeah, 11. So I think we still need... That's 11:30. Still needs to be
I read for a
11:30.
while about the history of torture.
11:16. Oh, we're supposed to be there. Does not make any sense. The evidence is too hard. Shit. We might have fucked up then, guys. Because apparently,
I saw a spare part of my invention lying on the ground.
Apparently we're supposed to be there
I saw traces of my blood on it.
in a minute. We are supposed to be there in a minute, guys. And apparently we have to...
I used the stairs.
Killed too much time. See, and my thought was, if we were seen bloody going out, that kind of exonerates us, you know what I mean? Because the presumption, if we're bloody when we're coming in, is that it's her blood. But if it's going out, and she was killed on the other side of that door, it makes a lot of sense. That's my rationale, anyways.
I opened the inner door. I opened the door and walked out into the street.
Okay, Café de Paris.
For a moment, I do not recall that part.
For a moment, I do not recall that part. Where's the hotel at? Right there. Found it!
I opened the door and walked into the Caucasus Hotel.
Oh, what's going on? Shit. This does not look good.
I've just received an urgent package from the Procureur de la République containing new evidence in the case.
Oh, fuck. What is it gonna be?
Both the parties to get acquainted with it. It is a letter from the attorney's office from 1 week before the murder, which calls Alfred Eaton in attendance to forward the designs of the invention which he has constructed in secret from the company. The firm acted on behalf of the president of the company, Hugo Archer. Monsieur Eaton, have you received the letter?
Oui, Monsieur le Président.
When did you receive it?
I don't remember exactly, but probably on the 10th of October.
Exactly 1 week before the murder.
Oui, Monsieur le Président.
Which designs are mentioned in this letter?
Designs of my secret invention on which I was working in my free time. It has no connection with Le Feu.
Therefore, why did the firm send you this letter on behalf of Hugo Argent?
Hugo
Who's
must
Hugo?
have guessed what great potential my invention had.
Who's
and
Hugo
how profitable
Argent?
it could be.
Did you keep your designs in your apartment?
Oui, Monsieur le Président, in the safe, in my secret workshop.
Due to the new circumstances which may be relevant to the case, I order a rehearing of Hugo Argent. Please summon the witness. There will also be a rehearing of Antoine Eaton, father of the accused, due to the suspicion that he had rented the room in which the murder was committed. And at this time I announce a break. The next court session will be held tomorrow at the same time.
Interesting. So somebody was trying to get their hands on my designs. That could be useful. That could be useful. So this is my cell.
Cher fils, your father and I are quite sure that you did not do it. You couldn't have.
Aw, how
We
sweet.
love you, and we are waiting for you at home. Please, leave this cursed Paris and return to your home parts. Mama et Papa.
Aw,
Yes.
how sweet.
Papa asks you not to mention the hotel guest book. Apparently you know what that means?
I already mentioned it. But this letter actually might help me.
You gypsy scum. You can be sure that you will take responsibility for what you have done to our daughter. You will be beheaded,
Hope not.
and even neither your millions nor your connections will be able to help you. Is the stolen money not enough? Is your wrongdoing to all these poor people not enough? You had to tear everything away from us, including our only daughter. Death to the rich. Vive la nouvelle révolution.
Holy, they are angry.
Mon cher ami, I am in a deep regret that you had to stand before
Who
the
is
court
Hugo Argent?
accused of such a terrible deed. I assure you that I deeply believe in your innocence and will do my best so that you can continue to work for the glory of Le Feu and toute la France. Cordialement, Hugo Argent.
Fire in all of France. Read the book. Okay, so we'll sleep until the next day, I guess. I think that letter actually helps, the one from my father, because it kind of shows that I'm not lying about it being my father's name in the book.
Bienvenue, messieurs. We are all present, so we can begin. To begin with, I inform you that Hugo Argent submitted further clarifications on the letter from the attorney's office discussed yesterday. His testimony has been attached to the evidence. Antoine Eaton, too, has submitted clarification on the issue of the rented room in the Caucasus Hotel. It was attached to the evidence. Monsieur Eaton, please continue your testimony from the moment you've ended yesterday.
Okay. So we will continue our story. We're trying not to be found guilty. No one there. Interesting.
Then I opened the elevator grate. I took the elevator to the second floor.
Ooh, whoa. Gotta try to find her.
Then I opened the elevator grate.
Oh, it is like the moment right now.
I opened the inner door. I opened the door and entered the room.
I don't know what we're gonna do once we get in here, guys. I don't know what we're gonna do. We gotta find a way.
As I walked in, Madame Capet was standing by the desk, counting money from the suitcase. She didn't notice me.
She didn't notice me. I walked in right in front of her. Seriously? Well, what do we do?
I told her to return my designs. It's obvious that she was interested only in the money because she gave them back without hesitation.
Okay. And then I
I
left.
went out into the corridor.
So, you claim that you did not kill Marie Capet?
That's what I've been claiming all along.
When I left the room, Marie Capet was still alive.
I understand. Please continue, Monsieur Eaton.
I tried the door handle to the hotel room, but it was closed.
Why did you try to open the door to someone else's room?
I don't know.
Honestly, I do not know, Monsieur le Président. I guess I was just curious if it would be open.
Basically, that's exactly.
Please continue your testimony.
That's exactly what I was doing.
Then I opened the door.
Okay, what time is it? Because we have to be at 10:30. We have to be at the other place.
I examined
You know what I
the
mean?
historic tableware
Come on.
Then I called the elevator.
Open
I
the
opened
grate.
the elevator grate. I took the elevator to the ground floor.
The calling the elevator makes sense, actually. If someone else had... That's interesting.
Then I opened the elevator grate. I threw a coin into the fountain of the hotel.
Gotta have some luck, you know what I mean? What time is it? So, okay. I think... 10:16. 23:30. That's when someone sees me. Okay. Okay. I'm just...
Later, I glanced into... I opened the door to the phone room.
What time is it? That'll put it right at... Okay, let's make this phone call. That'll put us right at
I spent a few minutes talking on the phone.
12:30, and then we got a
Later,
jet.
I opened the door and walked out into the street.
We got a jet back to our apartment so that we meet the guy in the hallway. And I left the blood on myself specifically so I have kind of an excuse.
For a moment, I admired the charms of...
Yo, how you doing,
I
Watchtower?
opened the door and entered the building where
How you doing, buddy? I'm doing awesome. Trying to get away with murder right now. This is like a murder mystery sort of a game where I get to choose my testimony sort of by acting things out.
In the hallway, I passed the neighbor who was coming out of the building. He could have noticed the blood on my clothes, but it belonged to me, not to the victim. I opened the inner door. Then I opened the elevator grate. I took the elevator to the second floor.
Trying to get away with murder here. Hopefully we can do it. Hopefully we can do it.
Then I opened the elevator grate.
Which one's ours? This one?
Then I opened the door to my apartment and entered.
We gotta figure out what to do with these clothes we're wearing. Because they were never found. We don't need to eat again. We already did that. That would just make our story seem a little less realistic, I guess. Take a bath! We're taking a bath.
I took a bath, washing away any traces of blood.
We still have the bloody clothes, though, presumably, right?
Then I used the stairs. I checked the elements of my cleaning machine, assessing what remained to be done.
Gonna work on our invention, that'll kill some time, and then we'll check what we need to figure out next.
I worked on my new invention for about half an hour. I was tired after the banquet, so I immediately went to sleep. I was even too tired to undress.
Is it all
Okay.
you want to testify, Monsieur Eaton?
Oui, Monsieur le Président.
And so I close the hearing. It is time to present your positions.
Interesting.
Monsieur le Président, the accused tried to trick himself off the responsibility. He used cunning rhetoric, trying to hide more and more
Did
of
not.
his new lies.
Did not.
However,
Did not.
in view of the evidence presented by the prosecutor, I have no doubt that Alfred Eaton, defendant who appeared today before the court, murdered Marie Capet
Is this the end
in
already?
cold blood. Please, let the High Court not be deceived by his tearful stories about a poor gypsy from the country who gained his success with hard work, and which Marie Capet so cleverly tried to destroy. It was the accused who destroyed the life of a poor girl and her family with full premeditation. And what did that poor girl do to deserve such cruel fate?
We don't
She
know.
was searching for a better life, and was employed as a maid in the same building in which a dangerous psychopath lived. According to the prosecution, the accused is guilty, Monsieur le Président. Therefore, I apply for recognition of Alfred Eaton, defendant who appeared today before the court, guilty of all charges
I am
against
not
him,
guilty.
and for imposition of the death penalty by beheading on the guillotine. Thank you. Monsieur le Président, Monsieur Prosecutor used a lot of high-flown words. However, during the preparation of indictment, he made many
Wish I could zoom in on the judge's face right now.
As to the hotel room, my client had never rented a room in the Caucasus Hotel. As we have shown
Well, not
during the
never,
proceedings,
but not that
it was
night.
his father, Antoine Eaton. It is supported by the hotel's guest book, graphology expertise, and the testimony of Antoine Eaton. As to the alleged attempt to use the torture device on the victim, my client did not intend to use his interrogation device, which the prosecutor describes as a torture machine, neither on Marie Capet nor on anyone else.
Exactly. I'm a good guy.
This is indicated
Good guy.
by the letter sent by my client to the Ministère de la Justice with a proposal of a lawful use of the equipment to serve the law as well as society. The journal of Alfred Eaton clearly proves it, where he writes that he does not intend to use his device against honest, innocent people. It is important to emphasize the relationship of Marie Capet and my client. According to the testimony of the victim's parents, she felt a deep resentment and contempt, both for my customer and for his work and success. As to the meeting with Marie Capet in his apartment, indeed, Marie Capet came to visit my client at his apartment, and Alfred Eaton let her in, not expecting such a sudden attack. Hence the victim's fingerprints in the apartment of my client, and traces of Monsieur Eaton's blood, which were mentioned by the prosecutor.
Exactly.
As for the murder, as my client testified, he did not kill Marie Capet. So, who
Who
did?
did? I don't know.
Please note, Monsieur le Président, that Alfred Eaton worked on a secret invention, which designs he kept hidden in his own safe. Neither Hugo Argent nor Le Feu Company were supposed to ever know about it. But that is not what happened. Monsieur Argent not only learned about the invention, but also wanted to
Who's
come
Mr.
into its
Argent?
possession. This is indicated by a
don't
letter
know.
from a law firm that was sent to my client. As it clearly appears from the letter to Monsieur Brissot, the maid, Marie Capet, was sent shortly before the murder. I would like to add that the letter was sent from a non-existent organization, and remuneration for Marie Capet's work was not provided. So who and why had she been sent? In the same room that was rented by the father of the accused, Antoine Eaton. According to the testimony of Antoine Eaton, his son, Alfred Eaton, informed him about his problems with Hugo Argent. He wanted to help his son, so he used Marie Capet's aversion towards him and her difficult situation and hired her to steal the documents. So,
Oh,
if
Hugo's
Alfred
the
Eaton had
guy I
ceased to
visited.
possess them, he couldn't have handed them over to Hugo Argent's lawyers. However, something must have gone wrong. Maybe Marie Capet demanded more money or started to blackmail Antoine Eaton. Maybe there was some kind of accident and she was killed. There are many different possibilities, and there is a slight chance they will get determined, so I think that there are too many doubts to convict my client.
Exactly.
As for the testimony of the neighbor
Without a
who
shadow
saw
of a
Alfred Eaton entering the building covered in blood. According to the testimony of my client, the meeting actually took place, and his clothes were stained with blood, but it was his blood, not the victim's. Thank you, Monsieur le Président.
Exactly. I was bleeding myself. So we're back in our cell room.
Cher fils, your father and I are praying for you, and we believe that the court will be merciful.
Another letter from parents.
Maman et Papa. Postscriptum. Papa is sorry that it did not work as he had planned.
What does that mean? Sorry that what did not work as he planned. At least I got a nice view from my cell of the Eiffel Tower. 'Tis the Eiffel Tower, you see. Do you know why it's called the Eiffel Tower? Oh,
Monsieur,
new one.
the French Gypsy Association wishes to send you support and condolences for the persecution caused by your gypsy origin. We are aware that it was the main cause of your indictment.
Indictment.
We offer you a
Indictment.
safe haven if you decide to leave the prison in less official way.
Okay.
One of our persecuted members, who had also been imprisoned in the
Prison
prison
break?
de la Santé, mentions the decayed walls in most of the cells. Maybe you could use this information. Signed, X.
Interesting. Can I actually prison break? The grave. What are the odds? Didn't think so. I was like, what are the odds it'll actually let me open that door? That'd be hilarious. Just gonna walk out. Just gonna leave, guys. I'll be back some other time. Just gonna leave my prison. I don't need to be here.
Monsieur Eaton, please hurry. The court is ready to announce the verdict.
Okay. Is this really the end of the game already? It's a short game.
Verdict on behalf of the République Française. The court, as present, hereby finds that Alfred Eaton, accused of murdering Marie Capet, is guilty of the charges against him,
What?
and sentences the accused to the death penalty by beheading on the guillotine. The executions will be done in Prison de la Santé the next day.
They found me guilty. Are you serious? I guess that's the whole game. Wow. I thought I would get a bit more of a chance than that. Unlocked evidence of defense. Judges 7 out of 13. Judges confidence gain 3. Obvious lies uncovered by the court. See, no obvious lies. Discovered game ending. 7 of 8. Justification of the verdict. There is no doubt that Alfred Eaton is guilty of the murder of Marie Capet. The court found no mitigating circumstances in favor of the accused. Therefore, their most severe punishment was imposed. Wow. That's not good. That is so not good. We unlocked 1 of 9 endings. I want to do one more run through of this. It's fairly short. We could just do one more. Enter to try again. Let's try it again. Let's see if we can figure out. I'm gonna do one more try. See if we can do.
She should be here by now. Bien. So
So
let's get started.
11, 16. This is what really happened, I think, this first scene. I could have sworn that... I'm trying to think, like, where I went wrong. That's what I'm trying to think. Second playthrough. Dun 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 dun. Love the music in this game. It's awesome.
Monsieur Eaton.
Monsieur Eaton.
Monsieur Eaton.
Monsieur Eaton. Do you think we can do it this time, guys? I'm not sure. Because I don't know what I did wrong.
Talking to you.
I'm sorry, Monsieur
Okay,
le Président. I was thinking.
Do you understand the indictment?
Yes, I do.
Sorry.
I'm actually going to skip. We'll skip some of this testimony because some of those parts are long. And we're going to get right to our own testimony.
I tried to start the car, but it ran out of fuel. I already returned from l'Opéra Garnier on fuel. I decided to go for an evening walk.
Okay, let's not go in there right away. Let's go to our apartment first. Last time we went to the hotel first.
I opened the door and entered the building where my apartment is. There was a letter for me from the
Okay, we got
Ministère
this
de la
letter.
Justice.
Monsieur le Président, this is the evidence marked with number 2. It clearly shows that...
And then we go through
Then I
here.
opened the door.
Open! No
I
wonder.
decided to use the stairs instead of the elevator.
Let's...
I knocked, but no one answered.
No one answered there. Let's go
Then
up.
I used the stairs. I knocked, but
No one answered.
Then I opened the door to my apartment and entered.
Let's check the timeline. So to 8:30, we're supposed to be. Okay. We rented a room. That's at 9:25. We rented a room. Okay, that's yeah.
I
Maybe we
glanced
shouldn't
on the
be there
frames
at
hanging on the
9:25.
wall. Their simplicity calmed me down and allowed me to focus.
What time is it in game? It is 9 o'clock. Okay. So 9 o'clock.
Then I used the stairs.
Let's go. Let's work on our invention. That puts us past the point where we were supposed to check in at the hotel.
I
So I'm
worked
thinking
on
maybe
my
if we
new
say we're not
invention
there,
for about half an hour.
and then we find out that it was someone else's, right?
I turned on the gramophone and listened to some music.
Okay.
Then I opened the door.
Let us.
I opened a hidden door behind my bookcase, leading to my second workshop.
Can you explain to the court why You have a hidden workshop.
Because I have very
I
important
work
things.
there on my secret projects that I create independently of Le Feu.
I understand. Please continue.
I checked if the designs of my most important invention were still in place.
Please tell the court which invention these designs are related to.
This one over here.
No, it is classified information, Monsieur le Président.
Good. Please continue.
That's enough for him, apparently. It is classified information.
I picked up the mechanical dagger lying on the desk.
Why do you need a weapon, Monsieur Eaton?
I wear it to ensure my safety.
Do you feel unsafe?
Yes, I do.
I am a wealthy gypsy.
See, I'm just
At least
thinking...
1/3 of the population of this city wants me dead.
I understand. Please continue.
My journal, in which I describe the construction process of my interrogation machine, was on my desk.
Monsieur le
Okay.
Président, this is the evidence marked with number 3. It clearly shows that my client
Thinking
had
maybe
only his
phone
best
call.
intentions during the construction of his interrogation device.
We do a
According to his
phone
plan,
call,
it
and
would
then
be forwarded to the prosecutor's office and law
go to the
enforcement
hotel,
agencies
like
in
we
order
phoned
to
somebody we were gonna
improve
hook
the
up with, you know what I mean?
effectiveness of interrogation. My client
thinking.
also wrote
Yeah.
that the first test of the machine would be conducted under the supervision of the Ministère de la Justice.
Thank you, Counselor. The accused may return to his testimony.
Okay, I will. So... Open the hidden door.
A hidden door behind my bookcase, leading to my second workshop. Then I opened the door.
And we're gonna make the... Okay, we're gonna check the time. Make sure it's past 9:30. Yeah, it's 9:35. So we make a call.
I spent a few minutes talking on the phone.
Who did you call?
It has nothing to do with the case, Monsieur le Président.
Well, please continue.
It might have something to do with the case, because my story would be that that was my booty call. I was calling my booty call. You know what I mean?
I used the stairs.
I used the stairs. So we're gonna jet to the hotel now.
I opened the door and walked out into the stairwell.
We're gonna go down here.
Then I used the stairs.
Okay, we're gonna go all the way to the bottom. And then we're going to check into the
Then
hotel.
I opened the door. I opened the door and walked out into the street.
So we'll go to the hotel. Look at the birds. This game is very pretty. I like
For a
the
moment, I
visuals
admired
of
the
it.
charming
Kinda
streets of
stylized.
Montmartre.
So we're gonna go through here.
I entered the nearby hotel, Caucasus.
And we are going to check in.
I wanted to rent a room in a hotel, but the clerk said that a room had already been rented in my name. He said it's on the top floor and gave me a spare key.
Top floor, yeah.
I must add that the conversation with this man was not held at about 9:25 p.m., as according to his testimony, but at a different time.
Oh, geez, I thought...
Monsieur Eaton, do you claim that you did not rent that room?
Oui, Monsieur le Président. But I knew it could not be a coincidence. The name Ethan is not that common.
So you tried to learn more from the clerk?
Yes, however, he hid behind his professional secrecy. I knew he wouldn't tell me a thing.
I do not understand one more thing. You live next to the hotel, so why did you want to rent a room there?
Sometimes I meet up with some girls of the Moulin Rouge, and Due to my reputation, I prefer not to do it in my apartment.
Yep.
Did you meet Marie Capet face to face?
No, Monsieur le Président, never.
I understand. Please continue.
Never. Okay, so I have to say that I never met her face to face. Wow, okay.
Then I opened the elevator grate. Then
Second.
I took the elevator to the second floor.
So that means I can't really go in and talk to the guy, because then that reveals that, like, she was an old friend of mine or whatever.
Then I opened the elevator grate.
So let's go down here.
I opened the inner door.
I wonder if I... No, let's... That's actually... No, I think I'm... My plan is I'm going to...
I opened the elevator grate. I took the elevator to the ground floor.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I'm not going to go in there until after... After she's supposed to be dead. That makes sense? So maybe I can see her body or something. Is it seriously not going to let me go? Oh, jeez.
Then I took the elevator to the first floor. Then I opened the elevator grate.
Okay, what time is it? It is 9:45. What is the next thing that has to happen? 9:25. 10:05 is when I went in my apartment. Apparently with the company of Marie Capet. Okay. So we had to be back in our apartment before then.
I tried the door handle to the hotel room, but it was closed. Then I opened the elevator grate. Later, I took the elevator to the ground floor.
I'm screwing this up badly, I think so. Yeah, it's gonna force me to go up there.
Then I took the elevator to the second.
That's what I was afraid of. It's gonna force me to go up there. Just call me Lando with the auto host. Thank you, Lando. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a great night, friend. Are you Lando
I
Calrissian?
opened the elevator grate.
So I guess we have to go in this hotel.
Later, I entered the room.
Okay, enter the room.
Later, I tasted some champagne from the ice bucket.
Shave. No,
I
let's
went
leave the
out
room.
into the corridor.
Okay, so we went in, we looked around, we didn't see anything, we drank some champagne.
Then I opened the door.
Let's go back downstairs. And then I think we get in a fight, maybe?
Then I opened
That
the
makes
elevator
sense.
grate. I took the elevator to the ground floor.
I think that makes sense. This run-through is...
I opened the elevator grate. I looked through the inner window into the phone room. I opened the door and walked out into the
So,
street.
okay. I'll have to check the time here and try to figure out what we're supposed to do. It is 9:45. So 10:05 is when we're supposed to meet her. But we already said that we never met her face to face.
For a
So,
moment, I admire. I do not recall that part.
so we clearly cannot. So let's go in here.
I entered the Café de Paris cafeteria. I wanted to drink some good wine and eat a piece of cheese. A group of Parisian rabble tried to throw
So I
me
got
out,
beat up again.
screaming that
So now
there
I'm
was
bloody.
no room for gypsy thieves. They beat me and threw me into the street. I was all covered in blood.
Did you report this fact to police officers?
No, Monsieur le Président. I decided that it was not worth losing my time.
So maybe we go work away
A
now?
second of my work is more important than a lifetime of each and every one of those plebeians. Besides, if I had reported it, I would have done them a favor.
What do you mean, Monsieur Eaton?
In jail, they would have had better living conditions than those holes that they call houses.
I understand. Please return to your testimony.
Okay, so if we go back to our...
I opened the door and entered the building where my apartment is.
We're gonna have to check the timeline here. The issue is...
I noticed that my neighbor's bicycle still cluttered the hallway. I opened the inner door.
So still clutters the hallway. I wonder if we can, like,
I decided to use the stairs instead of the
complain
elevator.
to him.
I knocked, but no one answered.
I don't want to talk to him this time, I don't think.
Then I used the stairs. I knocked, but no one answered. I wanted to turn off the lights in the hallway, but the switch still did not work.
Wow. What a shitty place.
Then
There's lights
I opened
all
the
the time.
door to my apartment and entered. I glanced on the frames hanging on the wall. Their simplicity can't... I opened the inner door.
So let's open this, and then let's... Okay.
I ate the leftovers from my lunch and drank some wine.
And then
I
open here.
opened the inner door. I checked if the tableware needed any cleaning. Then I opened the door.
We're a little drunk. It's all good though, guy. It's all good.
Then I used the stairs.
So let's work on our invention. That's what I wanted to do.
I started to work on my new cleaning machine. After 30 minutes, I decided to take a break.
Let's make a call.
I spent a few minutes talking on the phone.
Who did you call?
It has nothing
Oh,
to
we
do with
should-
the case, Monsieur.
Should have this music on.
Well,
Shit.
please continue.
I turned on the gramophone and listened to some music.
And work on the invention. See, I'm hoping...
I worked on my new invention for about half an hour.
Okay, yeah, she stopped knocking. Okay, what time is it now? So it is 10:35. Oh shit, we might miss that other one. No, it's 11:30. Okay, so what the next thing is, she ran into a nearby hotel. Okay. So, I'm just trying to think. It's 10:35. That'll make it 11:05.
I opened the inner door.
Let's open the hidden door.
I opened a hidden door behind my bookcase, leading to my second. I checked if the designs of my most important invention were still in place.
They were. I'm just wondering, what time is it? 10:35. 10:35. 11:05. Yeah, 11:05.
I worked on my new invention for about half an hour.
And then... That's 11:05. I'm just trying to think, is there a way to kill like 10 minutes and then maybe go talk to the guy? 15 minutes. Oh, now we're not bloody though. Crap.
I took a bath, washing away any traces of blood. I opened the door and walked out into the stairwell.
Should we talk to that guy or not? Because if he doesn't corroborate our evidence,
the stairs instead of the elevator,
then it's like an obvious lie, right? What do we want? Oh, what? You can buy eggs and tomatoes and stuff in... What? $4? Bought an apple?
Then I bought something. I opened the inner door. I opened the door and walked out into the street.
Okay. Let's see if they'll let us in here now. Nope. Rip.
I entered the Café de Paris cafeteria. I wanted to drink some good wine and eat a piece of cheese. A group of Parisian rabble tried to throw me out, screaming that there was no room for gypsy thieves. They beat me and threw me into the street. I was all covered in blood.
Monsieur Eaton, why did you walk into the same cafe where you had previously been attacked?
I was hoping that this, or similar rabble, wouldn't be there anymore, and I would be able to drink wine peacefully.
That's what I was... That was what my answer was going to be, had I actually been able to formulate my own answer. So what time is it? It is... we still need to kill 15 minutes. That's the thing. I don't know what to do to kill 15 minutes.
For a moment, I admired the charming street. I do not recall that part.
Egalite. Our problem is our timing is slightly off. Because it's what? It's 11:16. 11:16 is when the murder was supposed to have occurred. And 11:30 is when. Okay.
I noticed that my neighbors. I opened the inner door.
I'm just wondering, like, how can we kill?
Then I used the stairs. I knocked at Monsieur Brissot's door.
We'll go down and check our
and
mail
he
after
called
this.
back
That'll give us an
after some
excuse
time.
to be back
Do
downstairs.
you always visit your neighbors at such odd hours?
Monsieur Brissot is
Yes.
the only neighbor I like. I believe with reciprocity.
Yes.
He goes to sleep late, and sometimes we like to argue about politics and the influence of La Révolution
Yes.
on today's France.
Yes.
Return to your testimony.
Return to your testimony, sir. Okay.
I opened the door to the living room of Monsieur Brissot.
Okay, come on. Talk. Can I not talk to him? Seriously? It's not gonna let me advance time.
I was curious to see behind the door in the living room, but I didn't want to upset my neighbor with my nosiness. I looked through Monsieur Brissot's heirlooms, his ancestors' bust, family portraits, and chronicles.
What time is it? It's still. Yeah, it's still frozen at that time.
The apartment was full. I noticed many empty bottles in the room. Monsieur Brissot. I noticed many empty bottles in the room. The apartment was full of empty bottles. Monsieur Brissot sought solace. The apartment was full of empty bottles.
Got it.
Monsieur Brissot sought solace in drinking. The apartment was full of. I noticed many empty bottles in the room. I closed the door to the living room. Then I opened
go
the
into the
door and
hallway.
left the apartment.
Maybe we can do a kill time thing in our own apartment, because it's still presumably a little bit of time has passed. It looks like. Let me see. 11:20. It's almost 11:20 now.
I decided to use the stairs instead of the elevator. I opened the door and entered my apartment. Then I opened the
Open
door.
that. We need something that takes like 10 minutes. Leftovers. Put groceries in the
I
cabinet.
put my groceries into the cabinet in the kitchen. Then I opened the door.
There's gotta be something that we can do for
Then
10 minutes.
I opened the door.
10 minutes, that's all we have to kill. I think. Double check. Yeah, still 10 minutes.
Then I used the stairs.
Maybe a phone call. Thinking what we'll try is... That's a 5-minute phone call. Why does it have to be 5 minutes? Oh my god.
I opened the inner door. I opened a hidden door behind my bookcase,
Okay.
leading to my second workshop.
It's 15 minutes. That's too long. Okay, let's try this 5-minute one, I guess. That's the only one we got for a chance.
I spent a few minutes talking on the phone.
Who did you call?
Nothing
It has
important.
nothing to do with the case, Monsieur le Président.
Well, please continue.
So time, what time is it? Ollie H. Auto host. Thank you, Ollie H. still need 5 minutes to kill. Can we make? We can't make another phone call though.
I turned on the gramophone and listened to some music.
Time probably does tick away a little bit, does it here? I don't know if it like actually does if you're not doing time movement thingamajigs, but we can't bath. That's too long, and we won't be covered in blood if that's the case.
I opened the
Go
door
down
and
to
walked
the
out
stairwell.
into the stairwell. Then I called the elevator.
Wait for this, and then we'll go downstairs.
Then I opened the elevator grate. Later, I took the elevator to the ground floor.
I feel like we really screwed this one up. We don't really have a cohesive story as to our... The timing is off too. Like I have to meet this guy out here.
Then I opened the elevator grate. Then I opened the door.
Like what time is it right now? It is... oh, it's so close.
I noticed some muck on the floor of the corridor, and I silently cursed the rabble with which I have to share my building.
Do you usually have a similar attitude to other people? Do you believe you are better than others?
Yes.
If others treat me like trash just because of my gypsy origin, I do not intend to remain silent.
Do you often meet with racist-based reluctance?
Yes.
Too often. Especially since I've become famous. In the eyes of all these fallen lords, I'm a nouveau riche. The poor think I'm a gypsy fraud and a thief.
Did you feel hatred towards those people?
I did. However, I certainly wouldn't kill anyone. They were not worth it.
Please return to your testimony. You noticed some garbage, and what happened next?
We checked
I
our
checked
mail.
my mailbox again, but there was nothing new. I noticed that my neighbor's bicycle still cluttered the hallway.
What time is it? It's so close to 11:30.
I opened the door and walked out into the street.
I wonder if we can just like circle back and then...
I do not recall that part.
The rabble are still in there. I just want to read that.
I knocked, but no one answered.
Yeah, is it? Okay. It's gotta be close enough now, right? To activate this.
For a moment, I admired the charming streets of Montmartre.
Montmartre. Rue de la Maconne.
I opened the door and
Okay,
entered
now we
my
gotta meet him.
building.
This game is called Bohemian Killing, Bree. I've already completed it. I'm not gonna say beat. I'm already completed it once. This is the second run through. It's only like, it only took me like an hour and a half to complete it the first time. Basically, I killed somebody, and now this is my trial, and this is like my testimony, and you can kind of shape your testimony to try to get off. The first time I tried it, got convicted, guilty.
In the hallway, I passed the neighbor who was coming out of the building.
The
He
two
could
people
have
that
noticed
hosted you,
the
I
blood
know
on my
them.
clothes.
Oh, do you?
It
I
belonged to
didn't
me,
recognize the
not
names.
to the victim. It was the result of
Yo,
a bar
Bree with
fight.
that host. Thank you, Bree. Thank you very
I
much.
opened the inner door.
I think what we're gonna do...
I decided to use the stairs instead of the elevator.
This time, we're made some different decisions. We'll see what the verdict is. I don't think we did enough to make
I
ourselves
opened
innocent.
the door and
Don't think
entered
so.
my apartment.
Don't think. Don't think so. Ah, cool, Brie. Cool. Cool, cool. Well, tell them I appreciate
watched the
that.
frames hanging on the wall. I loved their simplicity. It enhanced my creativity.
Okay, we want to take a bath. So we want to get all cleaned off. Right, makes sense. And
I
then
took a bath and washed off the blood.
I think we work
I
on
used
our
the stairs.
on our invention and then probably go to bed. I think that's my plan for this. Work on the invention. I will next time see them if I'm not dead or something.
I started to
A little
work on my
morbid,
new
Bree?
cleaning machine. After 30 minutes, I decided to take a break. I was tired after the banquet, so I immediately went to sleep.
Okay, perfect.
I was even too tired to undress.
Is it all you want to testify, Monsieur Eaton?
Oui, Monsieur le Président.
And so I close the hearing. It is time to present your positions.
Okay, so do you think we're gonna be innocent, or do you think they're gonna find us guilty? Just did a double playthrough of this game. Double playthrough. First one was like an hour and 15. This one was about 45 minutes.
Monsieur le
Play through
Président,
this super
the
quick. It's
accused
actually quite
tried
interesting.
to trick himself off the responsibility. He used cunning rhetoric, trying to hide more and more of his new lie. However, in view of the
I think it's gonna be
evidence
guilty too, Brie.
presented by the prosecutor, I have no doubt.
I think I played
that
better the
Alfred
first time and I was
Eaton,
still found guilty.
defendant who appeared today before the court, murdered Marie Capet in cold blood.
What evidence do
Please,
they have?
let the High Court not be deceived by his tearful stories about a poor gypsy from the country who gained his success with hard work, and which Marie Capet so cleverly tried to destroy. It was the accused
I didn't even see her.
who destroyed the life of a poor girl and her family with full premeditation.
There's
What did that poor
certain
girl
things
do
trick
to
off the
deserve such
Twitch
cruel fate?
moderator bot
She
thingamajig.
was
So
searching for a better life.
I'm not sure why
and was
guilty
employed
was
as a maid
something
in the
that
same
did it.
building in which
Bree,
a
but
dangerous psychopath lived.
apparently Twitch thinks the word guilty
According
is
to the
bannable.
prosecution,
I
the
don't know.
accused is guilty, Monsieur le Président. Therefore, I apply for recognition of Alfred Eaton, defendant who appeared today before the court, guilty of all charges against him, and for imposition of the death penalty by beheading on the guillotine.
Not good. Not good.
Thank you. Monsieur le Président, Monsieur Prosecutor used a lot of high-flown words. However, during the preparation of indictment, he made many mistakes. As to the hotel room, my client had rented the room in the Caucasus
Just blame
Hotel on
Raph.
the night of the murder. However, as he testified, he had planned a meeting with a prostitute, not to murder Marie Capet. As to the alleged attempt to use the torture device on the victim, my client did not intend to use his interrogation device, which the prosecutor describes as a torture machine, neither on Marie Capet nor on anyone else. This is indicated by the letter sent by my client to the Ministère de la Justice with a proposal of a lawful use of the equipment to serve the law as well as society. The journal of Alfred Eaton clearly proves it, where he writes that he does not intend to use his device against honest, innocent people. It is important to emphasize the relationship of Marie Capet and my client. According to the testimony of the victim's parents, she felt a deep resentment and contempt, both for my customer and for his work and success. As to the meeting with Marie Capet in his apartment,
My client has never met with Marie Capet in his apartment. We do not know where Madame Capet's fingerprints inside of that apartment.
Oh, jeez, I forgot about the fingerprints. Shit.
As for the murder,
Shit.
as my client testified, he did not kill Marie Capet. So, who did? As for the testimony of the neighbor who saw Alfred Eaton entering the building covered in blood. According to the testimony of my client, the meeting actually took place, and his clothes were stained with blood, but it was his blood, not the victim's. Blood caused by a bar fight. Thank you, Monsieur le Président.
I lost the bar fight. That's why I was bloody. Just saying. Okay, guys. Okay. Can we break out? Let me out! Okay, we're gonna sleep for 10 hours. We're gonna wake up, and we're gonna find out if we are innocent or guilty. Time for the verdict, guys. Guilty or innocent? Bree thinks guilty. Bree thinks guilty.
As present, hereby finds that Alfred Eaton, accused of murdering Marie Capet, is guilty of the charges against him, and sentences the accused to the death penalty by beheading on the guillotine. The executions will be done in Prison de la Santé the next day.
They found us guilty again. Oh my god. See our stats. Unlocked evidence of defense 2 of 13. Judge confidence gained -2. I did 3. My first run through, I think I did 7 of 13 and 3 obvious lies uncovered by the court. Oh jeez. 2 obvious lies. I had 0 the first run through. Discovered game ending 7 of 8. Justification of the verdict. There is no doubt that Alfred Eaton is guilty. Guilty! Well. We tried it twice, and we failed both times. So there's 9 possible endings. I don't know if I should try it again or just wrap up there. We were beheaded on both endings. Failure. Utter failure, you guys. Utter failure. Absolute, utter failure. Okay, I think it's a bit of a short stream, but I don't really want to start into something new right away. So I think I might just wrap up here. I thought this game was going to be longer than it was. We actually played it twice in like a 2.5 hour stream, which is kind of interesting. I might play this sometime again in the future. I don't think I'm going to play it again right away, but I might play it again sometime in the future. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought it was kind of a fun little game, even though we were guilty on all counts both times, which is probably fair because we did actually murder the poor girl. But, you know. So I will be back on Monday night. I'm going to throw up a host here, I think. I'm going to throw up a host for Sergeant Fidget. He's he's playing Wolf Among Us, which is an awesome game. I played that a few months ago. That's up on my YouTube channel, the archive of it. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up here. It was a bit of a short stream, sorry for that, guys. I thought this game would be longer than it was, but it was fun nonetheless, in my opinion. I will be back on Monday is the plan. Hopefully that doesn't change. I know I said it was going to be on Friday, last Friday, and it was actually Saturday the day instead, but The plan is Monday. I will announce in Twitter and Discord as per usual. Twitter. I always do that. I always spell it wrong. Twitter. Okay, fingers, get your shit together. And Discord, what I'm going to be playing. Might be another story game. We might go back to something multiplayer. Or we might go back to Far Cry Primal. All those are options. It'll happen Monday night, 6 p.m. Eastern, typical time. So thanks for hanging out, you guys. A little different this game, but I enjoyed it. Gonna throw up a host for Sergeant Fidget here when I get off. Thank you to all you guys for being awesome and hanging out. I always appreciate it. Always appreciate it, guys. So, good night, peoples. You guys are awesome.